Walking around the IAA show this year, it was clear that the major truck manufacturers don't actually know what the fuel of the future is going to be. Some are purely electric, some are hydrogen fuel cell as well. So where does that leave a business like yours? How do you know what to invest in, and how do you know what to advise your customers?
It's very difficult at the moment trying to understand where the residual value is going to be in that asset. The speed in which technology is changing, and the manufacturers are not really coming forth and telling us that this is the route to go, as you quite rightly pointed out. We have to tread really carefully about where we go next with it. So, demand's not ceasing. Demand's still very, very high for truck and van. So, we have to look at that and say, well, where are we going to be in 3 years' time? Where are we going to be in 5 years' time? And what does it look like in 10 years?
We're already being asked by certain organisations whether there be their capacity and capability of carrying batteries onto trailers that could be easily changed, because people are talking about possibly dropping batteries out at some point and replacing the batteries to get a longer range at certain service stations up and down key networks. Whether that comes in any time soon, I think there's a lot to be worked on that, especially after the Kers trailer which we did, which carried a lot of capacitors on there, and it adds substantial weight to the trailer, and everybody's still very weight conscious at the moment for the not increase over 44 tonnes.
It makes it very difficult for us to gauge where that residual value is going to be. I mean, the cost increase on truck at the moment, which is just absolutely off the chart, and then you've got the fear factor of what do they do next, because if we have another jump, say from Euro 5 to Euro 6, and there we go, Euro 6 to whatever comes next. So if there's some sort of hybrid technology that goes into the truck for a period of time, technology is changing at such a pace that it's not yearly, it's at the moment it's weekly. What does it look like? So it just becomes increasingly difficult for ourselves. But our customer just needs an asset to deliver. He needs good fuel consumption, he needs a reliable asset, and he doesn't want that problem. And that's where we come into it. So we've got to take that risk on board. We have to give the customer a package, and he hasn't got the worry of what comes next. So we'll buy the asset, we'll maintain the asset, and then we'll dispose of the asset. He's just left with a fixed cost. And that's the piece that we've got to get right for our customer. We've had a big increase in van fleet. We're still running about 80% with ICE transmissions, or ICE trains if you like, so internal combustion engines. But 20% of our fleet has gone on to fully electric vans. There's still an element of range anxiety, but again the technology is moving rapidly. So the increase in mileage that the asset is delivering is brilliant. It's really suitable to inner city work. So as long as we can account for the stem mileage, so if we can work with a customer and understand what his stem mileage is in and out of the cities, that will really dictate that that's the asset for him. And the cost saving just running into London on an electric van is massive, because they're saving the congestion fees into London, they're saving a low emission zone, parking, so they can park and charge their van cheaply. So what it costs to run a diesel van on a weekly contract literally is wiped out by the savings of going for an electric van at the moment. So it's definitely the way to go if you're working in certain areas. I think if a van's running up and down doing parcel deliveries up and down the N1 around Ipswich, probably not ideal, but that's going to change now with the with hybrid technology that's coming into it.